It looks like Elgato has done it again because they pushed out another major update, this time for the Elgato Camera Hub, and that affects quite a few things. That affects their Facecam Pro, and it also affects their new teleprompter. If you guys are interested in getting the Elgato teleprompter, or if you're interested in getting an Elgato Facecam or a Facecam Pro, this video might be for you because they've added some pretty neat features, and as always with Elgato software, some quality of life updates. So let's go ahead and run that intro and get into it. Before we dive into today's content, let's go ahead and pause for a moment to consider the value of making smart decisions. Speaking of which, we're thrilled to once again partner with Mint Mobile, the pioneers in transforming the wireless industry. They're dedicated to providing premium wireless service without that hefty price tag we've all come to dread. Ever find yourself puzzled by the sky-high cost of your wireless bill? Well, if so, Mint Mobile is on a mission to demonstrate that there's a smarter way to do things. For a limited time, new customers can enjoy any 3-month plan for just $15 a month. That's correct. You were hearing that correctly. 50% off their unlimited plan. Imagine accessing the nation's largest 5G network, enjoying unlimited talk and text, and all the benefits of a high-tier wireless experience at half the cost. The transition to Mint Mobile is a breeze thanks to their eSIM technology. Many of you can seamlessly switch over from the comfort of your home in as little as 15 minutes. And for those of you that prefer a physical SIM card, Mint Mobile's got you covered there with a free SIM sent directly to your doorstep. Let go of the old, overpriced, and convoluted ways of wireless. Head over to trymintmobile.com/howtotech to snag this incredible offer and get premium wireless for just $15 a month. My wife and I jumped on the Mint Mobile bandwagon over a year ago, and we've been fans ever since. Who can resist the allure of significant savings? What's going on, guys? Chad here from How To Tech, the channel dedicated to helping you take your tech to the next level. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Elgato Camera Hub 1.9 release notes. We're also going to be bouncing into the software so I can show you some of the changes that have been made. And yeah, let's just go ahead and dive into this. Let's get started first with talking about some of the Facecam updates. And the first is Facecam Pro has a firmware update, and basically it's just some quality of life stuff. You can now adjust the tint of the camera, so that would just, the tint of the color, you can adjust that to whatever you want it to be. You can also now lock the auto white balance if you like the way the settings currently are, and the saving settings to the flash memory has been made a little bit more reliable for those of you that want to make sure that your settings are saved to your Facecam Pro. And there's also an improved detection of when the camera is in use. And if you want to learn how to update your firmware, you can click this link here. I'll link this whole article in the description down below for those of you that are curious on how to do that or just want to look at these patch notes. Next, we're going to talk about face tracking. Face tracking in Camera Hub basically keeps you centered whenever you're moving around in frame. This is a pretty neat feature. I'm glad that they decided to add this. I do want to mention that face tracking does require NVIDIA RTX 2060 GPU or better, so keep that in mind if this is a feature you want to utilize. And then we'll kind of jump over to the teleprompter changes here in just a second, but I want to show you that if you want to use some of these features like they're talking about here, you might need to download these NVIDIA SDKs. So this requires the NVIDIA AR SDK, and then this one requires the NVIDIA Video Effects SDK, and you just need to make sure that you download those, and you can simply click this button here. It'll take you to a page, download those for your respective GPUs, and probably restart your computer, and then you'll be able to start running all these things like eye contact and also the centering of yourself in frame with the new Camera Hub update. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the teleprompter updates. The first one is the Save Multiple Scripts. This is a very big improvement. This is something that I wish was there on launch. There still are some features that I wish that they would add in. Some of those being the ability to import a script from something, say, like Microsoft Word or Google Docs would be really, really nice. Maybe we'll see that in the future. Once again, Elgato is a company that make really good products, and then they also update their software over time and make it even better, and it just makes their products even better. So I'm curious to see what they'll do there. Hopefully that's some stuff that they'll add in. But yeah, if you want to add multiple scripts in, it's as simple as clicking this little plus here, giving your script a name. We're going to just say tut for tutorial, and then you can go ahead and start entering your script here. So that's pretty neat that we can do that. And then we can also do automatic chapters when pasting text into a script. chapters are now automatically created at blank lines. So that's pretty cool. So if I wanted to import my Word document, I can go ahead and do so, and it will go ahead and create chapters based off of those blank lines in my document. So that's pretty neat. And then we now have chapter drag and drop. So rearranging chapters is now as simple as dragging and dropping. It's actually something I haven't done yet. So let's see, do I have a script? Hey, here's a script. This is the one for the ad read earlier. And we can actually just drag and drop this stuff around. That's a pretty good quality of life improvement, especially if you're, still fleshing out your script and maybe you want to move some stuff around. And we can now easily split chapters by pressing Shift and Enter or using the context menu. So let's go ahead and say try splitting this, split chapter. It's that easy. That's actually pretty neat. Some of these I have not actually messed with myself. I saw this update and I was like, this is cool. I can't wait to use these things. But I want to go ahead and get the video out for those of you that might be interested in some of this stuff. And then we also have looping scripts, so we can actually do multiple takes, and it just makes it a little bit easier for those of you. I don't know about you, but for me, I might do my intro 3 or 4 times before I actually say, okay, I want to use that one. So sometimes I do, 2 or 3 takes, and then in my video editing software, I take the one that I think is the best. So that's pretty neat that we have that. And this was something that I did not know that they were adding in, and they now have support for voice dictation. The dictation feature is actually pretty cool. All you gotta do is click this microphone, click up here in your script, and go ahead and click this button again and start talking, and it should start adding text to your script. Look at that. Another new feature that I am very excited for and happy that they added in is the overlays. So this overlay is basically just an icon that shows up on the teleprompter to let you know where the center is, and that is really useful for making sure even whenever you don't have text on the screen or whenever it's hard to see your camera lens right behind the teleprompter, that you are talking into the camera, or you're at least looking into the camera while you're talking. We can also turn the prompter off by going up to the top and clicking this power button and then turning it back on. That's really nice to not have your teleprompter on and just wasting electricity if you don't plan on using it. They also added adjustable contrast for your prompter for those of you that might want to make it a little bit more legible. And speaking of that, we also have the open dyslexic font. This is going to be useful for those of you that might have a hard time reading some of the default fonts that come inside of the prompter. So now you can utilize that as well, which is going to improve accessibility. And we also have Twitch chat improvements and also a bunch of bug fixes and performance improvements as well. So as you can tell, Elgato has been making some really cool and neat updates to their Elgato Facecam, Facecam Pro, and definitely their Elgato prompter to make them more user-friendly, more convenient, and just help you better for whatever you're trying to use these devices for. And if you guys want to see another really cool video, go ahead and check out this video here of where I talk about the Elgato prompter and my first initial reactions to it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.